All right, we're here post-game with head coach Greg Mason and senior Jarod Griffin. Coach, you just want to start out maybe with just kind of an opening statement about the win and maybe about the weekend as well.
Yeah, a good home weekend. Anytime you get two wins in conference is always is a good thing because the opponents know you so well. Scouts are much better, so you got to work extra hard. Maybe get to your second or third option. So to get two wins, we helped serve. First half, this game here, I didn't think we played very well offensively. I think defensively, both halves, 37 and 35%. That's really good defensively. We won this game on defense today. And then the second half, we started hitting some shots, hit 62-5. And the lid's been on the basket for about 5 halves for us. So to go in, hit some shots, and Jacob Bates, we did a good job of passing him the ball and then cutting. Jarod got a layup off of a cut. Tucker got a layup off of a cut and one. So we did a good job with that and just kind of gutted out a tough Sunday. It's a mental toughness. Sunday games are all about mental toughness. We did a good job today.
And Jarod, the second unit for a center's been so important this year, and being the senior leader on that group today, we saw it on both the defensive end and also the offensive end. You're able to knock down a couple of shots. So what's it been like for you to try to come in and really make a spark off the bench?
I think the second unit this year has been really good with the emergence of Dustin Jarod, and also I think Dawson Crump has played a humongous role for us off the bench and just giving us energy defensively, made great passes offensively, and hit some big shots. And then Casey Purvis also played great. And yeah, I think that overall our second group's brought some energy, and we got to keep doing that for the first group and hopefully just put minutes together, the whole 40 minutes for the team.
Yeah, and Coach, so what's going to be kind of the game plan? Now you're going on the road for a couple of weeks to try to both games out here this weekend went into the half tied and kind of low-scoring games, as you mentioned, defensive games. So what's it going to take to sort of start off the game?
We're going to start shooting the ball better. The second half, hopefully there's a little bit of a confidence boost moving forward. I mean, luckily, we do have an older team. We got two seniors who have played through a lot of games, a lot of juniors, and even Dawson as a sophomore has seen what it's like on the road. So we're not a young team. So we know that when you go on the road, basketball is a little bit tougher. So and plus Oglethorpe is good. Barry's. I mean, we're getting ready to play two good basketball teams.
Yeah, and we'll go back to Jarod. In the second half, as I mentioned before, you kind of were able to knock down some shots, and that kind of helped the team offensively. And you're able to do that in the second half Friday as well. So as an individual, what do you feel like your role is, not only offensively, but just in general as one of those senior leaders out there?
I think my role out there is just to be a leader and hit shots when I can, but also, make others on the team better. And I think in the second half that Perry, Tucker, Art, Dawson, Bailey, everyone was just ball was moving a lot better, I think. So when we do that, we're a lot better team, get open shots, and they start to fall in.
And go ahead.
Well, and kind of something on what Jarod said. Second half, I had guys coming over and say, hey, Coach, run this, run this, run this. And that's a good sign. You want, as a coach, you don't want to sit there the whole time and saying, okay. You want to hear that your players are confident, hey, Coach, run this or run that. And when we ran it worked typically. So we're starting to get a little bit more of ownership on the floor, especially in the second half.
And it must be nice. We'll just kind of to wrap up with, again, I've talked about the second unit, but just the depth in general for this team. You guys have a lot of options to go to. You don't have to kind of rely on one scorer. So what's it been like now, sitting at 12-2, heading into the new year? So what's it been like as a coach, just being able to have 10, 11, sometimes 12 guys you can play?
Yeah, well, it can cause a little bit of create situations, with just kind of minutes. And because some guys, like you look at Casey Purvis, played 9 minutes a day. A lot of times you don't get a chance to really get a feel of the game in 9 minutes. So it's a little bit of a situation as a coach. It's a good thing, bad thing. But the good thing about it is our travel. To be a center basketball player, travel is really intense. And there's going to be nights where maybe his knee hurts a little bit, or Jarod had had 2 big-time tests because he's going to med school and everything. So sometimes you have to have somebody pick you up, and that's a good thing about the depth. We have depth. Somebody can, if Bates is not playing well, KC, like on Friday night, KC picked him up and helped us win a big basketball game.
All right. Well, thanks, Joe.
All right.